So what happened was I had to go get dinner at Grocery Outlet. And Grocery Outlet had these out front for $5.99. So of course, you know me, I had to get them because there was just like this empty space right here, and it looks so sad today. I was looking at it like it looks sad. These are not easy to get out one-handed. Usually I rip the whole top off. Yes, I have my coffee Keurig right here by the front window by my TV. So in the morning, I just get me a cup of coffee when I get up. I don't even have to go in my kitchen because sometimes I don't clean the kitchen the night before and I don't want to see it yet. I want my cup of coffee. Okay, that's enough there. So I got these two spots. What happened was I put 50-50 topsoil and sand. And then, of course, there's already the manure down there from the ducks and the chickens. And that was in the chicken yard for about 3 years, so we're finally emptying that out. You know what? That didn't even look used. It's wet, though. Probably is. I don't know why I put that back in that other hole. I'm out to steal some of its dirt. I put like 5 in there. 1 in here, 2 in here. Who's counting? So open it up a minute and you'll be able to get it. Aren't those pretty? Those came from Tellini's on Folsom Boulevard. They're established, well-known neighborhood. Well, I'm not sure about well-known, but been there forever. Family nursery. I got these two. The red one and the white one. But those were not bare root. Those were already in the pot. These are bare root. So what what happened was I put them in water for about 2 hours. So they've got a good soaking going on. And now I'm going to put those in. Oh boy, where's my metal? Oh, there's my metal. The metal piece tells me this is the peach one because it had a metal tag holding the bag on. So that was the peach. We'll put that peach in first. Leave that yellow one there. So I want the peach over here. Okay. So I already got the backfill in there. I was being lazy. Well, some of it. Make sure I get that one. This part has to be above ground, so I'm good. We're good. I need the graft part. I forget what that's called, but it has to be facing the north so that it don't get no sun exposure. The sun can't hurt it. Yeah, that boy's enough for me. Hi. Thank you. So we can get this in there without it falling over. We don't want this grass, though. Look at that. Okay. Ow, I'm getting poked. Ow, I'm getting poked. This century plant has to come out because it is going to be way too big for right here, and I had no idea what it was when I planted it. And I have a bunch of them all around. So, it's got to come up. I'm going to go get more sand for that. Well, topsoil and sand. Well, how convenient is that? I had $400 worth of dirt. No, it's $200. I lied. $200 worth of dirt delivered. It's not free dirt. I could have got a shovel and did this easier, but we're just one hand in it today because I brought y'all along. I mean, pretty much that's it. You don't have to really do much with it. This part's broke, so I'm going to have to take that off. Just want to make sure it's straight. And this is up above. You're good. And then I'm going to put some wood chips on top of that. So basically, you want to soak it for 2 hours when you get it home. I put the sawdust inside the dirt that was wrapped around them. I put the sawdust in there and mixed it in like with that coffee right there and some of that sand, topsoil. You want to call it sand because it seems like more sand than dirt, but that's okay because this property needs good drainage. I'm not complaining. I mean, I guess it's a good amount of dirt. It's probably 50-50. I'm not gonna say it's not, but it does have good sand in it. That's what I like. Yes, I'm one-handing it. When I first got this property, homeless people had lived here, if that makes sense to you. So, they actually took the neighbor's yard and had tents and whatnot, you know, people living here that weren't the owner, and the owner lived here as well, but I guess the person was not doing the right thing or something and was allowing the property to get destroyed. It was gross. It had actual, you know, the gravel. The whole property had gravel in it. Because I guess they didn't want it to be muddy. And so they just kept putting gravel that's supposed to be in your driveway all through the property. So that took years to get out. We sifted through the dirt, got rid of a lot of paraphernalia. It was disgusting. This property was real bad. I think that's low enough because I'm going to throw some more dirt on top. Oops, sorry. So that should be good. I know it should be like up to here, but it should be fine. Just down there. And put all this up. So I'm going to bring a good amount of wood chips up in here. Now I'll put some more sand, dirt, soil on top of that. So basically $5.99 at Grocery Outlet. We'll see how the flowers look, but I mean, it should be fine. I've gotten my pomegranates from in front of a grocery store in Lincoln, and they seem to be good. I had 4, but one of them walked away somehow. Instead of growing roots, it grew legs. So that's good. That'll get in there. I think I want to put this wood behind it, though, just to make sure it's nice and sturdy there. Grab this piece and put it in front of it. Should be fine. Oh, these pretty rocks I found, too. I'm going to have to pick those back up when I put the wood chips in, but... Okay. So now I'm going to water real good to get the roots all nice and incorporated in there and the dirt mixed in with the wood chip and everything. But our roses are blooming nice. Looking really good. Yeah, I lifted this property up too about 2 feet. It was like way too low, and we were getting a lot of just, it looked like a swamp when it was rainy season. You couldn't walk through. I want my water, but I don't want it to sit on top and then drain to the neighbors. So I brought in wood chip. A couple feet, we were like 4 feet of wood chip, it turned into 2 feet, you know, in the back. And up here, we have like a hill here and there, and then we're doing composting on the side, so that gives us a lot of fruit trees, believe it or not, and avocado trees. I threw avocados that were rotten out the window, and 9 years ago, I have these ones. These are 9 and 10 years old. This one's 9, this one's 10, but it had problems because I didn't know what I was doing. I stuck them in the backyard. They're supposed to be in facing the south with a window to the north. So the north behind it should be a window here, and facing the south. So the south's over there. This is the north. And then I have another one here and another over there. Those are a couple of years old. I have a video on Sac Chicks Rock of this little guy, and maybe that one, when they were so tiny. And now look, oh. And my yard had nothing in it, nothing. Like, bad. It was so bad. And anything I planted, even in aloe vera, see my aloe vera's got to come back to life. Has transplant shock, but they'll be all right. 1 year. I don't worry too much because eventually they root and they are happy, because honestly, like, I can't grow much. I don't have a green thumb. I'm not like that. If I put it in the ground and it lives, then it's good. Not everything lives with me. So I've learned that if I put aloe vera next to my plants, the aloe has a lot of water in its roots, so it keeps the soil moist. That keeps the plants thriving, because I've been forgetting to water. Lately I've been trying. Oh, there's a coffee thing in there. I need to get it. ADHD much? Yeah, just nice. And I already watered today, so I really don't have to water this much. I just want to get what I just put in the ground together. So that should be fine. Put that topsoil down in there. And we have, I'll show you what else we have. So I'm not out here just for the roses. This is my my avocado. And then I have African flags. These are all over the yard. They're very prolific. And then we have rosemary. We have parsley that just got planted. This is citronella. I have dewberries and Himalayan blackberries. There's another avocado. There's 2 pomegranates. And then we have all through the property, there's a lot of bulb flowers, and I just forget what they were. So when the flower comes out, I'm going to look it up, and then I'm going to put a little tag out here so I'll remember what they are. But those are 2 bulbs. And then out here we have peppers. There's a serrano pepper, it's 3 years old, and a cayenne pepper, 3 years old. We're waiting to see if those come back this year. I have Meyer lemons. I have Napole cactus. This is another pomegranate. I plan to take this out. This is a cement walkway. I want it out. And then I want kind of like a little bridge right here so that I could just plant under it and everything. We will see how that goes. I wanted a actual stream. One day maybe I will do it, because I wanted my pond out here in this area and then have a stream go that way with a pond over there. But maybe I'll do something like that in the backyard, because it just doesn't seem to be enough room to try to find a way to walk over, bridges and stuff. Maybe one day I will, but not today. But then I have a tomato. That's from last year. I trimmed it back real good. Now it's growing back. If you trim it all the way down to the bottom, it'll grow back, but I didn't trim it. And then I just did recently. So I should have trimmed it back in the fall. And I have more roses over here. This avocado is actually going to have fruit this year. I didn't let it fruit last year because it was suffering. And I'm trying to let it grow. I know I shouldn't have placed the lemon so close to my avocado, and that's probably doing the damage to it. It's like 4 or 5 feet. Yeah, I know. You live and you learn. I learned from my front yard, and I'm going to do better in my backyard. Because look, there's my avocado and there's my nectarine. That's not 10 feet. Definitely. And you can see the avocado suffering. These are butter avocados. Like, you can't peel them. You have to eat them whole. I mean, you could literally try to peel them, but it's not very fun. Okay, I think I'm done for the evening. This is partially my yard. I'm very proud of it. I've been working my butt off. Look what I did. I made a mess. But that's okay. I don't stress on nothing. If it's a mess today, I can clean it tomorrow or the next day or the next day, you know? Life is too short. If someone wants to cry about it, that'll be their misery, not mine. I still won't cry. I have messes everywhere, and I got ADHD, and I'm going to deal with it when I deal with it, when I want to. So there's that. But anyway, thank you very much for joining me and my progress on my yard. I'm pretty proud of. Have a good day. Remember, you are so loved,